We're joined by George Davis, Applied Materials Chief Financial Officer, who joins us from Mountain View, California. Thank you very much and welcome to the show. Well, this is a bit of a surprise. Were many people expecting, or were you expecting that the numbers would be as strong as they are?
You know, we topped our estimates by 3 cents, which is a pretty significant beat, and revenue was up well above the high end of our guidance. We saw two things. One, stronger than expected demand in semiconductor equipment, but also much stronger demand for crystalline silicon solar equipment, which a number of people had felt would slow down in the second half. It's actually accelerated in the second half. So it led to a very strong quarter and actually a very strong outlook.
Your CEO said earlier on the conference call that, well, the orders keep piling in. Can you give us perhaps some insights exactly where those orders are coming from? Is it the U.S., is it Asia, or is it globally in general?
Now, Asia is far and away the largest part of our business. If you look at where the major semiconductor customers are, where the LCD, we also have supply equipment to the LCD manufacturers, and they're all Asia-based, as well as China is now about 80% of the demand for crystalline silicon equipment. So Asia is a critical region for us and was certainly the largest contributor to our order book. We came in with $2.7 billion in orders this quarter. We have not seen a quarter like that since the year 2000.
I mean, that's certainly good news for the company, but also some of these other headlines, well, perhaps might make people, I guess, think about in terms of the macro factors. I'm referring to specifically that your CEO said that macro signals perhaps should guide some caution out there. Could you maybe elaborate a bit more on why you'd be cautious on the macro signals, even though you have such strong order flows?
No, it's a good question. The macro ultimately can impact consumer demand. And this year has really been a story for our customers of very strong consumer demand for LCD displays, for notebooks, for cell phones. All are up significantly year over year. And so if the macroeconomic effects start to impact that, obviously then I think our customers will be a little more cautious about ordering and we could start to see push-outs. We're just not seeing it yet. And we have a very strong order book in our fiscal Q4, which ends in October. And quite frankly, in the semiconductor area, we're seeing strong demand into the following quarter based on the build-out plans of our customers.
Just quickly, you mentioned earlier about solar panels. AMAT is a big contributor in terms of the solar panel industry. What's happening with that industry right now? Now, is it gaining some traction?
You know, the demand for solar modules has been so much stronger than people expected. We expect 11 to 13 gigawatts of installations this year, which is almost a doubling of the previous year. So what you're seeing is European demand supported by Chinese manufacturing. China has accounted for about 80% of the orders for equipment over the last 3 quarters and is just leading all countries in manufacturing.
All right, that's great. Thank you very much for your time and those insights on the technology world. Let's